there are 3 official candidates to replace Patrick Brown, right?
Yes.
Doug Ford. Let's talk about the other 2. Christine Elliott, widow of the late Jim Flaherty, federal finance minister under Stephen Harper. She herself was a provincial MPP for about a decade, and Kathleen Wynne appointed her to a very thankless job, patient ombudsman. Tell me a little bit about Christine Elliott. She actually is against the carbon tax too, isn't she?
Well, you know, I've read...
Here's a tweet by her. Sorry to interrupt you, David.
Okay.
Here she says, I am personally opposed to a carbon tax. I'm listening to what caucus candidates and grassroots members have to say about it. Well, that's fighting words still. I mean, give the woman credit. She is saying where she stands.
Ezra, you're a lawyer. You know how to read things. I'm personally opposed to carbon taxes. This, to me, is a setup saying, well, if I had it my way.
Oh, I see.
You see where I'm going?
Yeah.
But, you know, it's part of the people's guarantee. Ottawa's mandating it. It's just going to, you know, we're going to throw good money after bad fighting it with Ottawa.
So she's too wishy-washy.
Oh, yeah. So I'm not buying that. Also, I think this can hurt her. The fact that she had this patronage job, you know, from the Wynne Liberals, you know, cushy 6-figure job, downtown Toronto. It's the whole idea of what Doug Ford rallies against, the elites. Now, whether you believe it or not, that's his ticket. The other people are the elites. The PC party establishment are the elites. And she can, I guess, be cast that way. And don't forget, Ezra, when she was originally running for the party leadership, she was the choice of the party. Yeah. Patrick Brown just out-hustled her, selling so many memberships, and that was a surprise.
Yeah. You know what? When you say you're personally against the carbon tax, if you then allow the carbon tax, you're getting the worst of both worlds, because your liberal opponents are saying, aha, she's a denier, but you're not getting the skeptic vote because you're, so I personally, I hope she takes the I've never heard of a Conservative Party anywhere winning on a carbon tax agenda. It's just so, it's so unconservative. You know, even if you believe in the theory of man-made global warming, and many conservatives don't, no one actually thinks a carbon tax changes the weather.
No, this is, to me, for a fiscal conservative in Ontario, Ezra, this is the canary in the coal mine issue. You are either against it or you're for it, and the maybe or I'm personally against it, that doesn't count for anything.
You can't be halfway preggers.
Absolutely.
All right, well, you know what? We've talked about Doug Ford. I know him a little bit. I'm sympathetic to his style, and I think of his late brother. Christine Elliott, I don't know her at all. I mean, like a number of conservatives, I have some warm feelings and sentimental feelings about her late husband. But the third candidate, Caroline Mulroney, I know nothing about her other than her last name. And I put it to you, David, that if she had any other last name, she would not be a candidate for leadership. Maybe she would be a candidate for MPP. It's so reminiscent of Justin Trudeau, who had nothing other than his last name, but at least he spent one term as a backbench MP. True. Caroline Mulroney proposes to go from nothing to premier in one leap. A little bit of chutzpah.
Ezra, today on CFRB, the morning radio show in Toronto, I listened to her. Listen, I'm a horrible cook. The only thing I can cook is pasta. So I know what a wet noodle looks like. Now I know what a wet noodle sounds like. It was an absolute third-rail disaster, that interview. And I say that because there was no substance. It reminds me of Clara Peller from the Wendy's ads of the 80s. Where's the beef?
Well, you know, but maybe that's how you succeed against Kathleen Wynne. You say nothing very slowly and boringly. That's an excerpt from my daily TV show, The Ezra Levant Show. Normally it's behind a paywall, but I thought you'd like this video, so we put it on YouTube. If you want to subscribe to watch the daily show every day, including always 2 interviews a day, and I read my hate mail, just click on this screen and become a premium member.